Their peals have marked some of the most momentous occasions in British history, from the coronation of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth II to royal weddings and anniversaries, and the date peace was declared across Europe in 1945. The bells at Westminster Abbey have been at the heart of it all, so to be given the chance to ring them is quite an honour, and one that happens normally by special invitation only. You'll find out why I say that in a moment. Well, 11-year-old Jamie was lucky enough to receive that invitation and rang the bells at Westminster Abbey during February half-term. He joins me now alongside Nikki Thomas, manager of the Mancroft Ringing Discovery Centre, where Jamie goes to young ringing sessions each week. Morning, both.
Morning.
Morning. Right, Jamie, first of all, tell me how this all came about.
Mum emailed the man called Jeremy, who's the conductor at the moment, and asked if I was allowed to go up. And they were really helpful, and they passed him over to Jeremy, and they all arranged it. And yeah, we managed to get up there, up the 120 steps to the belfry.
Good grief. Did you know that your mum had emailed?
I found out about a week before we went, and I was shocked because, as I said, there's only you have to get a special invitation to be invited up.
I was going to say, it's proper privileged few, isn't it?
It's Westminster Abbey.
OK, so you've got 120 steps to climb first of all, so a bit out of puff by the time you get to the top, I guess.
Yes.
What was it like? Tell me about what it was like walking into the belfry, am I right?
Yes, there's lots and lots of lights, and there's peel boards, there's little like plaques around the side of the walls, and they say how long the peel was, who was in the peel, and there's lots of them. And then they have the 10 ropes with the bells obviously attached to the end of them.
So loads of history in the room. And who was ringing with you?
I can't remember all of the names, but I know there was a man from St Peter Mancroft called David Brown, and there was Jeremy from there as well, who was the conductor, who was talking to Mum about it all.
OK. And how did you get into bell ringing at the start?
Well, there was a lady who used to live across the road from my nan, and she always used to, she took me up once, and they said I was too small, and I got really upset. But then I came along again, and they said, you can start. So I started now for almost 7-8 months now. So it's been a long learning session, but now I can know the basics. It's a lot funner.
Now, Nikki, who's sitting alongside you, will tell you that this presenter is hopeless when it comes to ringing bells with coordination.
We have tried a few times to teach you.
We genuinely have, Jamie, and it's just hopeless when it comes to it. So what's the technique? Did you find it difficult to learn?
It's difficult at first when you have to obviously stretch up a lot and catch at the right time, because if you do something wrong, then something could dangerously happen if you're on real bells, because the bell rings 360 degrees. If you do something wrong, then the rope's going to shoot up. So
you could end up with that moment of you heading towards the bells rather closer than you thought. Now, the good thing is, of course, Nikki, is that you're actually able to teach people how to do it in relative safety, aren't you? In terms of the accident and injury thing is a thing of the past now at St Peter Mancroft.
Yes, so Jamie comes along to our junior session, which we've just started. So on a Monday evening, we teach junior bell ringers between 5 and 6:30, and we are looking for some more, because we've only just started the session, but it's huge fun, isn't it? And you can learn relatively quickly as well at St Peter Mancroft in the training centre.
It's really good fun to do as well, because you get to do it elsewhere, don't you, Jamie? Because you don't just do it at St Peter Mancroft.
No, I do Mondays obviously at Mancroft, Tuesdays at Elsham. Wednesdays I sometimes do it. We switch around the area of Buxton and Lammas. Thursdays I do it at Felmingham. Fridays and Saturdays I have a break, and Sundays obviously for the service. And then it all starts all over again every week.
People may not know, but it's actually composed, isn't it? Because I guess when people sort of hear the bells, they think, oh, it's just nice, it's a peal of bells. But actually, there's a lot more to it than just pulling the rope, isn't there?
Yeah, because the best thing about the the Mancroft Ringing Discovery Centre is that no one else can hear it outside, so you can practice on there, and then when you want to ring on real bells, you can then, when you want to do a method, then they can hear it outside nicely, and then you can hear it in the practice stages inside.
So you can actually have a go at doing it yourself before it goes out, as it were, publicly.
Yeah.
Nikki, it is great to be able to do that, because you are able to practice on the virtual bells, and you can have virtual ringers with you, can't you? So you can sort of learn your part and your bit in the peal.
You can do. So we've got computers set up, so you are ringing with a perfect band. And the other thing about St Peter Mancroft at the training centre is that we can start teaching people who are a little bit younger as well. So whereas traditionally, like Jamie's found out, wait until you're about 10 or 11, but you can start people off a little bit earlier. So we've got some that are about 6 or 7 who are learning.
Help me understand the technicals a bit, because there is one phrase that I've seen a lot on some of the peel boards, what you were talking about, Jamie, and that's surprise major. Is that in the genuine sense of that suddenly somebody just rings the bell in the middle of the peel as a surprise?
Not quite.
Okay.
No, so a surprise method it's another one of our types of methods that we ring. So Jamie at the moment is learning to do call changes and plain hunt. And after that, you then move on to more complicated methods, and surprise is one of the more complicated methods. But you're right, we have got some peel boards with surprise methods on them.
I'm glad that I was looking at it, because I was thinking, Jamie, that suddenly just somebody came in and randomly rang a bell. And that's not the case. How easy has it been to learn these different methods?
Well, first of all, you've got to master your places, like firsts, seconds, and then you learn the numbers that you're following. So if you, for example, if you're on six bells, it's 2 4 5 3 2 4 5 3 lead, but that doesn't, you've still got to be on the right stroke, and it's very hard. But at the end of a method name, it's probably doubles or triples. Triples is on 7 bells and doubles is on 5 bells, and there's all different types of those words that mean the amount of bells.
I think it's amazing, because this is all just up in your head, and you've got no notes in front of you. You're just remembering all of this. Take us back to Westminster then. What was that like when you were about to ring? How did you feel?
Well, we were sitting down after they had 2 methods, and then the man Jeremy said, "Take off your coat," and I was really confused. I thought he was just going to take us up to the bells, and he got the tenor box, the last bell, which is really big. So I had to have lots and lots of rope in my hand, because otherwise it was going too far over the balance. But we rung rounds for about 5 minutes, and then we stopped, and then they took us up to the bells. But they're very, very lovely set of bells, and they're not too heavy.
You mentioned, Nikki, that you would like some more people to take part in it. How can people get in touch with you?
So if they visit our website, so the Mancroft Ringing Discovery website, there's the contact details on there. Or I'm quite happy for people to come along on a Monday evening and have a look and see what we're doing. And the age range for the Monday evening session is 7 to 16. Jamie,
if anybody's listening and thinks, that sounds right, what's the best bit? How would you encourage them to come along?
It's more the social part. You get to meet loads of new people. I've met lots of new friends on the way, but it's nice because it's not just a case of pulling a rope. It's quite fun. It is just nice to do and go up, especially when you do it lots of times a week. It gets even funner because you learn more quicker. Yeah.
Jamie, Nikki, thank you so much for joining me on Sunday Breakfast this morning.
Thank you.